Yeah, I'll tell you why that's interesting. Hi, honey. How you doing? Yeah. No, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, doors are locked. Yeah, no, this is your husband of 5 years.
Wait.
Hi.
Yeah, this
Your
is.
husband's an Uber driver? This is your wife?
Yes, this is my wife. Remember how we sent our car to get worked on? Why I have the rental? I can't believe you would do this to me. I'm right here this whole time. Every step of the way, I give you chances. Ah!
Maybe you should go.
You know what?
You wanna come with me?
Here.
I
You wanna
don't know.
Out of the car.
Yeah.
Out of the car.
Hey.
He wants.
You can come with me if you want. You don't have
We should.
Get out of the car.
Hey.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Stop! Oh my god. He needs. No,
You sit right there.
No.
Yeah.
You're being ridiculous.
We have kids.
Now, let's talk about what we just saw. So, this guy catches his woman cheating in probably the most surprising way. So, it's obvious they weren't in full disclosure because you could hear the guy when the husband turns around and pulls off the mask. It's like he didn't know who he was, but he's looking as if, okay, where do you know this guy from? And when he makes it known that it's, he's the husband, you hear the guy say to her, your husband's the Uber driver? Okay, so it's obvious her husband had been on to her and or something. I don't know any more about the story other than, they called an Uber, not knowing that, it was that he was going to be the Uber driver, or I don't know. Maybe it just happened that way. But either way, he pulls up, and I do know that Uber also has setups where like you can use their car or your car. So he probably was driving an Uber. I don't know. But either way, however it happened, you saw what happened there. Now, the weird thing about her, it's not even, and it's something that's so common though. Notice her reaction. Oh my God. Like as if the husband is overreacting or he's wrong. Like it's funny how when women get caught, their attitude, a lot of them act as if you should be understanding as to why they're cheating on you. But then they'll say it's not cheating. They were just hanging out. Now, you also hear the guy go, you can come with me if you want. So, when these women, these disgruntled, feminist, biased women always want to say, oh, if a woman cheats, the man must have pushed her to that point. He did something to her, right? But if a man cheats, he's just a dog, right? Okay, so let's look at it like this. We don't know anything about the guy she's messing with, if he's cheating on his wife, or if he has a wife, if he's single, whatever, right? But he knows, even if he didn't know ahead of time, which is bullshit, he knew, he just didn't know that was her husband. Because even after he finds out, that's your time as a man and say, nah, no what? Because you didn't know? No, I didn't know she was married. Y'all got something. Hey, listen, you lose my number. I didn't know. Yeah, whatever. From this point, this is between you and, the two of you. But I had no idea she was married. No, he tells her she can go with him. So when these women talk this shit, my thing is, well, you guys love to say what men are, and men are dogs, and men are no good. So my thing is, well, what about the women that the men cheat with? Are they good women? Especially when they know. Let's stop playing stupid like these women don't know. They're being lied to. Yeah, you got men and women that lie to people about their relationship status. And to be honest with you, let's compare men to women. Go on any one of these social medias where it has your relationship status. And let's see how many men compared to women put it's complicated. It's not even close. And y'all know who's constantly putting it's complicated. So what ends up happening, though, is like in this situation, she gets figured out. Okay, he catches her red-handed. Now the guy is saying, we have kids. And he's pissed off. He gets out the car. You hear this little punk-ass motherfucker, dude, stop. He makes him get the fuck out. He gets back in. And she's sitting there like, Now she wants to go with the guy. Now, let's just picture this. You're talking to your kids because you guys split. Do you give the whole bullshit speech of, well, mommy and daddy love each other very much, but sometimes, things happen between adults and you have to give each other space and, so daddy's going to be away for a while, or that type of bullshit? Or do you just come out and say, look, I'm a hoe, I got caught. I use whatever's going on between you and your dad as an excuse, and I got caught. I was lying, saying I'm going to work or I'm with my mom or wherever, and then that's not where I was, and he finally figured me out. And I have no excuse for that, and I apologize. I'm sorry. But it's to a situation where I pissed your father off, and I was wrong for what I did, and we are separating, but, I'm going to be in your life, Dad's going to be in your life. But no, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. And let's stop playing the whole, like women are the victim bullshit. Let's look at it for what it is. You know what the women do? The women will sit up there, your daddy ain't shit. He left us, blah, 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 and I'm here with you. And they don't want you to have a good relationship with your father. They want you to look at that man like he's a piece of shit. But see, footage is great. Because now if she tries to lie about it, well, Mom, you was in the car. And he said we have kids, so I don't know how small, but looking at them, teenagers, maybe early teens, maybe probably the oldest, probably, but probably not even that. Looking at them, their kids are probably small. But as time goes on, the man always gets the bad rap. So like I said before, if your man is cheating, who is he cheating with? So when you say men aren't shit, you always exclude the woman. Well, this guy didn't even know who the fuck her husband was. And this is where you men are fucked up, because men like him, when you get played the fuck out by a female, what do? Man, these women, man, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Because you think that what she's saying about the husband is true. They don't care. They just want what they want. These type of guys are naive as hell. And you're toxic as fuck. Because one thing you should not want to be is a home wrecker. And you should not want to come between whatever the fuck is going on between a man and a woman. Let me tell you something about women. They don't like rejection. They don't like for a man to tell them what the rules are going to be, or I'm not playing by these rules. As long as you're with him, there's no me and you. And I'm not into these secret meetups. Because let's be real. If I was going through those things with you, and I found out you was hooking up with some guy, we're done. And that makes me feel like, what would you do? Okay, because that's the reality. If me and you start going through hard times. First time you call me saying, oh, babe, I'm stuck at work. Oh, hon, I'm with my mom. Right? I'm going to start to remember all of the lies that you told him when I was laying here butt naked in the bed right next to you while you were telling him with the little sweet voice how you're stuck at work and you love him, you miss him, you're thinking about all of that. And the trust won't be there. Now, the man has showed you he can't be trusted. The woman has showed you she can't be trusted. And you'd have to be stupid to think somehow all of that deceit and backstabbing is going to go away once the two of you get together. Now, on top of that, she has kids. So are you going to sit here and play surrogate dad all of a sudden? And when she hates the dad and want to keep the kids away, are you going to be there trying to come in between and get your jaw broke and your nose broke because you're not their dad and you have no right to interfere? This is one of the reasons why it's not good for people with kids, like, to get relationships, because it just gets really messy and all of his or her problems become your problems, which is why a lot of people try to wait until the kid, is 18. That way, when they pack their bags and fucking leave or something, it's like, well, you don't have to worry about my son or my daughter because they're 18, they're on their own, and I have to have my life too, and blah, blah, blah. And, I can tell you this. I know a lot of men right now, a lot, and you guys might know too. Hopefully you guys watching aren't any of them. And if you are, change that shit about yourself. A lot of these guys, more than half of them, you know what happens? They meet a female and they do exactly what you saw this guy doing. And they come to find out this chick has all types of health issues. Whether it's mentally, physically, something about her that you thought that you didn't know. All you saw was, damn, look how that ass jiggle when she walked. Oh, damn, look at, but you had no idea she has all these health issues. Now, guess what? Whatever health benefits she had or whatever, because you know, when you're not married, you can't put your girlfriend or your boyfriend on your, on your benefits. They don't get it. So you can't put them on your insurance. So all of these other things that mean something, now y'all don't have that together. Yeah. So now you're like, damn. And all of a sudden, every time you turn around, this chick done passed out, something happened, she's in a hospital, and now it's like, oh. And you know what? These guys find themselves cheating on that woman. Or that female ends up getting to a point where she winds up passing away or end up in a nursing home somewhere. Not because she's 90 years old and no, but because things are going and she starts, just things wrong with this motherfucker. And you know what a lot of these guys find out? That man that she was cheating on put up with so much of her shit and dealt with so much nonsense. And all you did was looked in her eyes, saw her smile, saw her physique with the clothes on. And a lot of times the women look way better with the clothes on. Well, yeah, they take that shit off. You like, damn, I thought your body looked better than that. The clothes on, whatever. But you find out she's just as rotten and just as ugly inside as she is on the outside. See, this is what the problem with most people. Y'all listen to something and you only want what you want. And see, as a man, you didn't give a fuck what she was doing to that man that she was with, how she made him feel. You didn't care about, how this would affect her family. And you thought you was the answer for her. Your arrogant ass thought somehow I'll be able to give you what he couldn't or what he didn't want to or whatever it may be. And I say this, because I had a conversation with someone a while ago about this. I said, nah, I don't think it's wise for anybody to step in and try to become surrogate dad. Now, there's different situations. And for me, I mean, someone has a kid, and it's the type of thing where a father passed away. It's been a while now. The kid is respectful and mannerable. The kid is not traumatized. The kid is not one of those, I'm out of control, I do what I want. You're not dealing with the woman that basically her kid can do no wrong. I mean, because there's a whole lot of things you got to factor in. Because at that point, you're not thinking about anything I just said. All you want to do is clap them cheeks, and I'm going to clap them cheeks every night. Yo, oh, God damn, she got a... That's all the fuck y'all thinking about. And as far as a companion goes, man, I'm going to tell you something. You don't know what a person has going on. You don't know their family issues. You ever... Hey, listen, one of those situations happens where here comes some woman who has family issues. Now, it's just been you and her. And all of a sudden, babe, listen, I want to talk to you about something. And nowadays, they don't even talk to you. You know what ends up happening? Because even if you talk to them, they're scared you're going to say no. So they'll hide it from you. Or they'll tell you, okay, they agree, but they want to walk around looking sad. And okay, and then all of a sudden, one day you come home, and there's a different scent in your house, and all of a sudden there's luggage, and there's like 8 people. All of a sudden, my cousin went through hard times, and she has nowhere to go, and also now your cousin and her kids and her, all of this shit. Trust me, it's so many things that happen. And now when you tell her no, what do you got against my family? Your relationship with her changes. Now you think back to when you fucked around and was the other guy. Did you care about any of that fucking pain that was caused to that man and the family? No, you wanted what you wanted. So this guy right here has to be a complete asshole to want to hold on to her. He really does. So my thing is, for the women that say that the husband or the boyfriend had to do something wrong, how do you see the guy that's the other guy? Because y'all always seem to think the guy that y'all cheat with is the good guy. Should you accept a man based on his salary? Well, you'll accept a man based on a bigger salary, which means you'll dump him or cheat on him because this other guy has way more money than him and so on. So as a man, I don't know how you don't feel like a complete asshole when you know that that's what your relationship is based on. See, one thing I learned about women a long time ago, women like attention from guys that they don't even want. They're just very superficial, very narcissistic, arrogant, self-entitled. It's like it's in their nature, man. And once again, this applies to the women that fits this criteria. If it's not you, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear from you. But this is exactly it's just in them. A woman will wear the skimpiest outfit to go out with you. She want to be able to sit up and have that satisfaction inside, but she want to be able to tell her friends how, oh my God, the way he was looking at me. Oh my God, he kept staring at my feet. He was staring at me. I mean, when I was walking, I saw him staring at my ass, and I saw how he was squinting his eyes at me, and I know he wanted it so bad. And this is what women do. They love that shit. Women want attention, like I said, from guys that they're not even attracted to. They just love to have their ego stroked. Everywhere I go, dudes are breaking their neck to get at me, right? They say shit like, I ain't gonna lie though, that guy was looking at him, he was cute too, but I'm like, nah, he working Foot Locker. I can't fuck with him. I mean, you give me a discount on some sneakers, I'll say hello to you and smile, but that's about it. That's how they are. And that's what you chase. They love to be chased. They love the fact that, just say for example, they're half naked. They have this dress that covers much of nothing, right? And they're talking to you. They're kissing you. They give you little flirtatious looks and everything. And as soon as your hand starts wandering, right, they let you get to that point where they stop you at that last minute. You know what that means, right? They're trying to get you to really want them. So now it's like they want you to have a lot to think about. What I need to do to step my game up to get her and keep her. Like they love that kind of shit, right? But when you don't make a pass at them, they're looking like, what the fuck? Why is this dude not trying to kiss me? Why is he not trying to grab his ass? Why is he, right? And when they see that you can hold your composure, and then let's say you're about to go your separate ways that night, and you say, all right, so we'll talk. I'll text you somewhere down the week, towards the end of the week or next week. And, next week. Yeah, next week. Excuse me. Oh, so I can't talk to you tomorrow? Like, I don't know. I might be busy. That's what I'm saying. So maybe next week I'll text you, and then we'll see what we can do. They don't like that shit. You know why? Because the roles reverse. They're supposed to tell you that in their mind, not because they got nothing to do. They don't have shit to do. They just want to know. They want that satisfaction that you really want them. They want you to, when can I see you again? Like, I really want to see you. They want the compliments. They want that feeling of, yeah, this motherfucker want me. That's just who they are. So when the following week comes and they don't hear from you, and they try to hold out and be talking, I met this guy, right? And this and that, and showing her picture. Oh, he's cute. Oh, blah, blah, blah. But you know what, girl? He's telling me he'll see me next week. Like, he'll talk to me. And I still ain't heard from him, right? So all of a sudden, what they going to do? Send you that bullshit text with one word. Hey. Right? Okay. But do you understand what I'm saying? They don't, it's like, he makes me feel like I'm not irresistible. Nah, bitch, you're not. None of you are. Even the good girls. None of you are. That's a word that shouldn't even be in our vocabulary, because none of you are. Nobody's worth you making a fool out of yourself. And 10 times out of 10, in this generation, in this day and time especially, it's never a mutual feeling of what's going on. It's one person, usually the guy, breaking his neck trying to get at this female. And when you see these videos, like, don't get it twisted. Like, you see some of these content creators, right, where they have videos like where there's women coming at them trying to, that's because where they are, they know that person is an athlete or must be one if he's here. It's some type of event that they're at where there's people who are, whether they're famous through their social media or they play some type of sport or something that they're doing. So the whole thing is, I'm going here hoping to find someone that I'm attracted to, and hopefully that person has the kind of money that I want. That's all that shit comes down to. So when I hear this guy talk about your husband's an Uber driver, like, right? You see, this is my thing. Women and men, which I made a video about, are very similar. In this day and time, they are very similar. They see things the same way. They don't understand it, though. See, it's like a woman say, hey, it's all about me. The guy might as well say, I agree. So it's your job to satisfy me, not my job to satisfy you. The bitch can't cook. She don't like to clean the house. She's okay with having dirty dishes and everything piled up. She's okay with the house smelling bad, clothes everywhere, dirt, the floor's nasty. She's okay with that. What the fuck does she offer you? Somebody got to wake you men up out there. Because a lot of you will see this video and go, well, he's probably not treating her right. I know. It's always the guy. My point, you guys think just like these women. And you think there's something about you that's going to be different until she does it to you. And you want to know what more than half of you going to end up saying? If that guy is treating you this way or that way, or he was, I can understand why. Now you feel like a fool. You just found out what he already knew about it. Yeah, so even when they have kids, it doesn't matter. But, see me, I'm not going to sit up here. Like, I have sisters. I tell my sisters, plain and simple, don't put yourself out there. Don't, my thing is this. Because you're my sister, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you, my cousins, whoever, anybody, not going to talk to you like you can do no damn wrong. I have to let you know when you are doing some shit that I feel is foul. I have to let you know when you're wrong and you're stepping out of line. I have to let you know. Nah, because if I don't, and all you have around you are yes men and yes women, you will never change those things about yourself that you need to change. And you will always be that person talking about what somebody did to you. Well, you want everybody around you to change, but you don't want to change. And you can't tell me that somehow your relationships always fall apart and there's nothing that clicks in your head that makes you look in the mirror and say, I need to do this and that differently. Because if it's not, you're going to always have the same issues. And pointing the finger is not going to make it any better. All you're going to do is get worse. And as long as you have your homegirls out here banging champagne glasses, labeling your day out, girls' night out, and all this goofy shit, that's your support system. And they're going to always help you to keep these little false narratives going in your head. No. So for the men that smartened up in terms of dating, the problem with a lot of them, though, are they just immature, man. I don't want to sit up and got 20 dudes sitting in my face all day on my couch. Get the fuck out, go somewhere and go do something, man. No, same way. So my whole thing is, even though they feel like they don't need women because they see how these women are rolling, it's not that they don't need women. What it is, they don't want the bullshit. So these women, these men, will end up dating someone that they normally probably had no eyes on, but it's like, you know what, man, I'm trying to date someone that's really in my corner. And I will say this, okay, I couldn't see this woman other than just her in the back seat, but I'll say this. Today's woman with the fake hair, the fake nails, the fake eyes, the high heels that look taller than what they are, the BBL, I mean, all of this cosmetic surgery, what exactly is real and natural about this woman? Like, what is it about this woman that you can stand back, take that deep breath and say, that's mine, and you should feel proud about? What? Nothing about her is real. And one of the biggest turnoffs is living with someone, being in the same, every time you turn around, there's some fucking fake hair somewhere, there's eyelashes in a fucking sink and all kinds of, just nothing about this bitch is real. So what's the attraction? You sit next to your homie like, yo, nah, my bitch spend my money way better than you. Nah, nigga, you crazy. I gave my bitch $500,000 yesterday. That bitch came back with nothing. And she brought another fucking 10,000 before she went out. For what? Pair of socks. Yeah, I think you got me, my nigga. Like, yeah, cause my bitch, man, what are y'all talking about? There's nothing there other than a superficial airhead telling herself she looks way better than what she looks like, and she's used to dealing with these little boys that think because they got some money, it's their job to make her happy. In the meantime, she's doing nothing for you. This bitch will take your money and buy you a gift with your money. You hear women saying, I ain't buying no motherfucker, no gift. It's not a woman's job to buy a man a gift. It's a man's job to buy a woman gifts. I don't buy gifts for men. Blah, blah, blah. That's bullshit. You don't buy gifts for your man, but you'll buy a gift for the motherfucker you're cheating with. Because you want to make him feel like, oh shit, boo got my back. Then he foolishly settles down with you just to end up finding out you're not worth shit. That's why with all of these movies you see, if you notice, it's the same thing. It's never a situation where a female is smarter than her friends and realize, no, I let a good thing get away, or, no, I have something good right now that I can make happen. No, it's always the females want to huddle up and her friends are, girl, I don't trust him. Well, you got my, if he ain't acting right, you let me know. It's always the same mentality. And what ends up happening every single time? She falls for some guy, but the guy she falls for, it's always like he's a part of the pity party, but she realizes he really loves her, right? So she settles with him. But that's the point. It's always she settled. She lowered her standards. That's like the message. It's because she realized true love isn't about money. It's always that. How are you lowering your standards? How are you settling yourself? Settling. You watch people with reactions to these movies and stuff like that. One of the funniest things I remember seeing, right? It makes you think about like Boomerang, for example, right? Now, Eddie Murphy's in the movie, of course. Those who know, you know. Okay, Robin Givens and Halle Berry. Let's work with those three right there. So Eddie Murphy in the movie is a womanizer. He just screw women and go from the next, right? Okay, whatever. So he meets Robin Givens. So from the eye test, he's like, oh shit, right? And also, her character is, she sends a flirtatious vibe to him. And it's more like a play your cards right, you'll get some of this, right? So he's already falling head over heels for this chick. So if you remember how she came over, she's eating, he cooked and all of this. And she's not interested in nothing he's saying. She wants to watch the game, right? He's sitting there because he's thinking he's just going to hit it and okay. Now, because she didn't throw herself at him, Eddie's character is like, what the fuck, man? Like, okay, but he's just trying and trying. So because she's beating him at his own game, he's getting hooked on her. Now, what ends up happening, right? He doesn't see Halle Berry's character as somebody he'd date. Now, he probably, I guess he found her attractive because when they had the little dinner over there with his friends and everything and they left and she spent the night and they woke up to him kissing her and they started kissing and one thing leads to another. But what ends up happening is pretty much Robin gives him the brush off. Because she's like, you're not getting serious on me, right? So now it's like, yeah, you've met your match. Remember, he's pissed off. I've been calling for you. You could have been somewhere on the side of the road. She's like, oh, that's very sweet. I remember how she was playing him. I think I should go. She opens the coat. She got on drawers, okay? So she's playing with this guy's mind. When he finally wakes up, the $200 he spent on the tickets was there. And he's sitting there hugging the blanket. Remember, she had him like a complete bitch. Now, think about it. He ends up getting feelings for Halle Berry's character, but it's more like a rebound type thing. I don't want to be alone. And then all of a sudden, when he starts to get his little mojo back, because remember, she gave him some time off to get his head together and everything. And then all of a sudden, he gets his confidence back and he's, okay, now all of a sudden, she finds him attractive again. But clearly, the message from her is, I don't want to settle down. I just want us to have our fling, but just keep it in its proper perspective. He couldn't do that. He wanted to settle down with her. Now, he tells Halle Berry's character in the movie, you made me become a better person, and I owe all to you. Right? Remember, left her hanging before she slapped the shit out of him and left him. Right? Like she told, what do you know about love? She told him, right? Love should have brought your ass home last night. Now, he goes through all this trying to get her back now because, remember, now he's in the bed with Robin and they're about to do it again. And now he realizes he doesn't have feelings for Robin. His feelings is for Holly's character. And she says, well, if you have feelings for her, why are you here for me? And that's what he said. Exactly. He got up and left. Now he get the kids to go to the school and Remember, went from the school to where she works to try to get her attention. And okay, now he gets her back. Now, this is art imitating life. But this is exactly what I see happening. And that movie will stand the test of time probably forever because that's what you constantly see. But both sides are doing the same thing. And that's why the women will have a good man, but he's not good enough because he don't make enough money. And that's all it boils down to with these today's women. It's just money things. The man don't care about how much money you have or don't have. He just wanted some eye candy that's in his corner that's going to love him and be there for him, right? That's all he cares about. But it's like they will push aside the so-called ordinary chick because that's what Holly was in the movie, the ordinary chick. For the damn, everybody wants her. Everybody, she's a head turner. Robin Givens. The chick that don't want you, you want. So you guys are very similar, man. Like, what did that dude say? What's my man's name? Marion. When he said in that song, Entourage, he said something about, besides, who wants a chick that no dude chase? I heard females say that same thing. Who want a guy no women want? Because if I settle with you, then it's like, damn, I'm just settling because nobody wants you. See, y'all are all about drama. Y'all are so immature. Y'all don't get it. Y'all want these problems, right? Y'all want these problems until y'all get them. That's why you dudes are always in and out of prison, lose everything you have fucking with the wrong chick. You females fuck around. You want the drama. Everything. Y'all don't mind making fools out of yourselves out in public or nothing. And it's like, what is it with y'all? Why are y'all so addicted to the wrong shit? But that's what you get. And that's what they want. I remember this dude made a comment. He said, man, I don't really fuck with fine women. Because I want a chick I ain't got to worry about nobody trying to take. And I started laughing because I said, yeah, I hear you, but I can't fuck with no ugly chick. And we both just started laughing. I said, nah, if I ain't attracted to it, it can't happen, bro. But bottom line, I understood what he was saying and why he was saying it. Because there's always some shit where no matter how old you get, man, a cheater is a cheater and a liar is a liar. And when you out here at a matured age, but you're still not mature, and you're fighting over a woman and fighting over, you don't have to fight over something that's yours. If it's yours, it's yours. So why do you put each other in compromising positions? So yeah, that movie itself, like I said, will stand the test of time for so long, maybe forever, because that's just human nature, man. And when you see it happen, it's like, wow, the fact that so many people, it's just so widespread now where you see it. Women don't like boring. Men don't like boring. What I find really weird is y'all complain and fight and fuss and can't get along with the women that you consider not boring. That's all y'all do. You can't get along. Why do you think all these celebrities break up? Huh? Why? You look at these fucking women and go, damn, this bitch been married 5-6 times. Damn. Okay, well, what is it about her that these other dudes is like, nope, this, nah. But to y'all, like y'all talk about how Jada Pinkett treat Will Smith, but you know how many of these dudes would be over here head over heels for this little bald woman? Our little smooth cue ball head. And y'all will be sitting over here thinking somehow, this motherfucker, Will Smith is filthy rich. Okay? Doesn't that wake you motherfuckers up? That money don't mean shit to her. It does and it doesn't. She has no respect for this dude. Y'all might have laughed when Chris Rock told that joke, but he was telling the truth. Hey, I sucked the motherfucker's dick. How does it make you feel? Interviewing the motherfucker. Yeah. Fucked her son's fucking so-called best friend. And the best friend, what did her son have to say about him? But he had the nerve to make a comment in regards to Chris Rock. Boy, your best friend fucked your mama and your house. And she took him in talking about she wanted to help him and work with him. He has so much potential and he was going through. Yeah, she knew what she was doing. She wanted to feel special and wanted by a fucking 22-year-old. And this woman is like 50-something fucking years old. This is your fucking son's so-called best friend. So there's no loyalty, man. There's nothing. Your best friends ain't shit. They show you. And that's why there should be no temptation. If I tell you you're like my sister, I get offended if you try to make a pass at me. Because I would never fuck with my sisters, my cousins. So if I was to say you're like my sister, you're like my cousin, I mean it. It's not no camouflage so your husband can think, oh, I could trust them. They're like brother and sister. No. Nah, but that's what I'm saying. These guys sit up here and complain about how these women aren't shit, but y'all, that's the ones that y'all settle down with or try to settle down with. If this woman is sitting here cheating on her man, and all of a sudden it just turns out the driver of this car, okay, is her husband. That was your time to get the fuck out. You know what? He knew. He didn't care. So y'all chase cheating women. But when they cheat on you, all of what we've been through, you're going to do this to me? Yeah, bitch. She did it to the motherfucker that she had kids with. The fuck wouldn't she do it to you too? Yeah. Yes. And let me tell you something. You might have people around you that might be respectful enough of each other to not do things in front of you, but trust me when I tell you, everybody has things happen in their relationship that you don't know anything about, meaning they're not nearly as happy and fulfilled as they try to pretend. And a lot of it isn't even out of respect, it's more of a pride thing. They want you to think that their relationship is better than what it is. It's none of your business, but don't be fooled by what you see. And case in point, when you see things like this should wake you up. And the reason why I go so hard for the fellas is because I know there's a lot of good dudes out there that they don't get the acknowledgement as being a good man, a good human being. And I'm not talking about because of how much money you make or none of that shit. Just as a man, as a human being. And all I see is a bunch of women sitting up every day, disgruntled as fuck, talking about how men aren't shit and how know your worth and dating people based on money, on income. Right? So I'm the voice. Like I never like to see people get bullied. Right? So I stand up for the underdogs. I speak up for the guy. I know that you get a bad rep as being a man. Like right now, if something happened between you and a woman, if y'all were arguing, the vibe wasn't right. If it's 50 people in the room and they all want to know what happened, probably 48 out of that 50 people will say, man, what you do? Male and female, what you do? And they wouldn't say to her, what did she do? Probably maybe 2 people. And those 2 people will be the ones that know that these females be tripping out here. So that might be, yeah, what you do. Or maybe what happened. But the rest are going to ask you, what did you do? Because you're the man. You had to do something wrong. It's like if a man and a woman is arguing, your voice is a lot deeper, a lot stronger, right? So the kids might feel like you're being mean to the mom, not realizing mom just got caught cheating. Mom's a liar. Mom's a no good, dirty scumbag, right? But because she's crying and got the softer voice, they think my daddy's picking on mommy or some shit like that. Y'all know it's tough enough out here being a man, making it in this world as it is. And then you don't even have your woman to stand by your side. A woman of your own nationality won't stand by your side. They always want more. They don't give a fuck what you go through. They're like the person that you work for sometimes, right? You ever have a situation when you in the hospital, something happens and the motherfucker calling you, pretending they're checking on you, they just want to know if you're available for work. Bitch, if I'm in a hospital, what the fuck would you even call me to ask me that for, right? But that's what they treat you like. Nothing is genuine. Nothing is what it should be. Everything, like, I remember back in the day, people would say, I like India Ari because her music is like, she's all about respect. And like certain people, they would bring up their names saying because of their style of music, they're not promoting prostitution or trying to be a bad bitch and all that. They're about what's respectable, right? And what ends up happening. Like Maya refused to be an industry hoe. So they blackballed Maya. In today's society, they would be like, oh, Maya's corny. oh, mine is, right? Because being a hoe is cool because you're getting paid for it, right? The people don't understand this. They don't understand this. Your mindset should not change with the times in terms of your moral compass. Your code of ethics, your what you stand for. We're not talking about you just being headstrong and being delusional about things. No. And that's not even debatable. That's a person just running their mouth. Like example, right? If I tell you, no, I don't want to fuck your woman. No, I'm not having a threesome with you and your fucking what kind of shit, right? Then no, I stand on that. So because it's more accepted openly now in today's era, that's not gonna make me go, okay, yeah, well shit, everybody's doing. I don't give a fuck what everybody else is doing. No. Hey, no disrespect, man, but like, yo, if you let me fuck your chick, I'll pay y'all. I'll give y'all $10. Oh shit, hell, girl, go make that money. You better go suck that dick. You know, no. That's two broke jaws just for asking me that stupid shit. So you understand what I'm saying? It's not about because everybody's. I don't care what everybody else is doing. I've never been a part of what everybody else is doing. I've always been my own man, and I always will be, and that's what I mean. So if somebody say, "Well, everybody," what's that? What the fuck did Jay-Z say in that song? What did he say? Something about act like an adult for once. About come on, have an affair. Like that's just normal shit. So you think Jay-Z would be okay with sitting there watching his wife ride another man? Now, maybe at the time when he wrote that song, it's obvious he ain't give a fuck about none of that, right? Or was he just saying it just to say it? But, you know, people take things literally. So if he really meant that shit, I feel like you said it, right? Explain yourself. Because if that's acting like an adult by being a cheating, no good slut, well, that means if your chick go out and do the same thing, you shouldn't have nothing to say about it because you was okay with telling somebody else to cheat on their husband or their boyfriend or whatever, right? So is what I'm saying. You can't complain about the way somebody live and then you do the same thing. This is why right now we have so much going on in this world. And when it comes to dating, like the things that's going on, it's like nobody really cares about what the solution is because they know everybody's never going to be on the same page. So people go for what they want. And I say this, whether you got a 1-bedroom apartment, whether you got a 2-bed, 3-bedroom, whether you got a house, whatever the fuck you have, okay, whatever it is that you have, it's yours. Don't let nobody come in your life and make you think you're beneath them. Oh, you don't want nothing out of life. No, you're content with your life. Keep it that way. The second you try to change something to gain the interest of someone else, you just lost it all. Trust me. And you'll sit back and say, I should have never fucked with this bitch. I should have kept doing what I was doing. Trust me when I tell you, they're not worth it. Let them go out and make fools of themselves and keep using their little dildos and their little sex toys and making these little videos, being angry and talking to nobody but themselves because nobody cares about what they're saying. Let them keep doing that. Because in the long run, all you're doing is being able to maintain laughter, peace, and living life the way you want to. I always said this shit. A dude don't want things. They don't want no expensive car. A dude don't want no fucking 10-bedroom house. They don't want all that shit. No, they only go after those things because that's what women want. Like that saying, happy wife, happy life. That's bullshit. These bitches are not ever happy, and there's nothing that will make them happy. Nothing. They just are who they are. They get bored real quickly. They go through mood swings. And when they do, they feel like they have the right to do it. And all you and everybody in the house is supposed to do is step back and let them have their way. And when they're ready to be nice and smile for a few minutes, okay, then you can breathe. As soon as they want to go back into complete bitch mode, okay, then the shit starts again. That's just who the fuck they are. Simple. So, yeah, just imagine that. You pop up somewhere and you see this shit happening, and this is what goes down. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait. Your husband's the Uber driver? Uh-huh. But you can come with me if you want. Right. Y'all are just like these females, man. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.